Today I'm going to go over how to book a flight on Finnair. One thing we love about Finnair is that they use Avios, which is a points currency that is used amongst a handful of airlines in the One World Alliance, such as British Airways, Qatar, and Iberia, for example. Now, these Avios can be transferred from one airline to another that uses them. So for example, if I want to book a flight on Finnair, but I have some Avios stored in British Airways, I can transfer those points from British Airways to Finnair and then make the booking. The nice thing about Avios is that you can transfer points from basically any big bank to an Avios program and then transfer within those Avios programs to one another. So for example, you can transfer Capital One points directly to Finnair, or you can transfer points from Chase, Amex, or Citi directly to British Airways or another Avios program that they transfer to. And then from British Airways or one of those other airlines, you're able to transfer those to Finnair. Now in this video, I'll go over the partner award chart and the Finnair award chart, as well as how to actually make a booking on the Finnair website. Let's get started. Okay, so we're going to start off by reviewing Finnair's award chart. This is super easy to find. It's posted on their website, but you can just Google Finnair award chart and this should be one of the first links that comes up. So this is a table that is separated by zone and by class. So if you are looking to fly from Finland to anywhere else in Northern Europe, in economy, you'll be paying 6,500 Avios, or in business class, it'll be 10,000 Avios. They have their locations where they fly separated out into all of these zones. So if you're like me and you're based in North America, then you're gonna wanna look down at these bottom two rows. So flights on Finnair to most of Asia and North America will be 30,000 Avios in economy, 43,500 in premium economy, or 62,500 Avios in business class. And this is the same. I don't know why it breaks out Los Angeles from the rest of North America, since it is the same price. I think it's just because the zone is technically different because it's a little bit further. So it has Los Angeles mixed in with Asia, actually specifically Singapore and Japan. And then the rest of North America is distance-wise also put with places like Bangkok, Hong Kong, and other destinations like that. But since these are the same, you're going to want to be looking at these two bottom rows, and you'll see it's 62,500 Avios per person each way in business class. This is not round trip, this is each way. This is for Finnair flights specifically. You can also see the surcharges if you scroll down. If you're flying in business class, it'll charge you 100 euros for taxes, fees, other surcharges on top of those 62,500 Avios. And it'll just be a little bit more to Los Angeles. And if you're interested in flying from Finland to somewhere else in the world or somewhere else in Europe, you can look at these other rows for surcharges and these other rows in the award chart. Now we're going to hop over and look at the Finnair Partner Award chart, so you are also able to book partner flights using Finnair Avios. Since Finnair is part of the One World Alliance, you can book a lot of the One World Alliance members, such as American, British Airways, Cathay Pacific, and they all have their own award chart. Now, something to note when you are searching for and trying to book these airlines is that most of them, except for Cathay Pacific and Japan Airlines, you aren't able to actually search for them online, but you are able to book those flights over the phone or via chat on this website. In this little bottom corner, they have a chat function, so you are able to either chat or call with a Finnair agent to book the rest of these One World partners. But with Cathay Pacific and with Japan Airlines, you can search these just directly on the Finnair site and book online without having to call or chat with anyone. So as an example, I'll pull up the Cathay Pacific Partner Award chart. So this will show Cathay Pacific is an airline based out of Hong Kong. So say I am based in North America and I want to fly to Asia. or Hong Kong, this is the route I'm going to want to look at, Asia to North America. So for economy class, booking with Finnair Avios on a Cathay Pacific flight, it'll cost me $35,000. For business class, I'll be looking at around $85,000. And first class, it'll put me around $120,000. And this is per passenger each way, not round trip. And then you can also see how much it would be to fly from Asia. I'm assuming Asia is just Hong Kong to the South Pacific or to South America. This is what it will cost. It looks like a lot of these further routes are $85,000 in business class or $35,000 in economy. If you just wanted to book a short haul flight within Asia, it would put you at $11,000 in economy or $30,000 in first class, which is not too bad. So that is Cathay Pacific. We send lots of Cathay Pacific deals that are bookable with Finnair Avios. And now let's look at LATAM. This is also another really good partner airline that you can book using Finnair Avios. So it breaks us down into a couple areas. So breaks the flights down in LATAM Chile and LATAM Brazil. And they have different award charts. So if you are also based in North America and are watching this video and you're wanting to fly to Chile, it's going to put you around 28,000 Avios each way in economy class or 75,500 Avios in business class. And then if you are looking to fly anywhere else in the world to South America or Chile specifically, then you can check out these other rows. And if you want to fly to Brazil, it'll show you, so if I want to go from North America to Brazil, it'll put me around 74,500 miles each way in business class or 28,500 each way in economy. So if you want to book these, I highly recommend chatting. We've done it before and we've been able to successfully book flights over the phone and via chat on LATAM. It's not too hard of a process. I will go over that later in this video after going over how to book a Finnair flight just on the website interface. Hopefully this was helpful. So now that we've gone over the Finnair award chart and the partner airline award chart on the Finnair site, we're going to go over to the Finnair homepage and actually start our award search. So you'll just go to finnair.com. I've already got it pulled up here. And in order to search for award availability, you'll need to have an account made, but it's free and really easy to make. You'll just hit this upper right-hand corner if you don't have one. But since I'm already logged in, it shows my name here. And I have 0 Avios, but that's okay because this is just an example. If you are wanting to search for business class award flights from North America to Finland, and if you want to see for more than one passenger, so 2 passengers, you're going to have to change your location in the upper right-hand corner to Finland. You can't have it on the United States or really any other country in the world. You may be able to have it on some other European countries, but just put Finland to be safe, and you can choose English as the language, so it's still all right on the website. That way it'll show more than one passenger in business class. If you have it on the United States, it will only show 1 passenger. So be sure if you want to book for 2, you'll need to change it to Finland. So we're going to get started, and over here we're going to click award flight. And then you'll select your trip type. I always recommend searching and booking in one way, but at least searching in one way so that you can find the flights that you want on the inbound and the outbound, and then you can book in round trip if that's what you prefer. But I always recommend one way for maximum flexibility. And then you will select your departure city. I am going to fly from Dallas, and I will fly just on the nonstop to Helsinki. But the nice thing is that you can book flights to cities and other places in Northern Europe for about the same rates as you would to Helsinki. You can just search for them here and see what kind of availability pops up. But I'm going to, for this example, we're just going to search for a flight to Helsinki. And then over here, you're going to put in how many passengers and the class that you want to fly in. So I'll put 2 adults, and I want to fly in business class for this example. But if you don't want to fly in business, feel free to search in economy or premium economy as well. So I'll hit done, and then here is where I will select my departure date. The nice thing about the calendar on the Finnair site when searching is that it searches a full week. So if I select a date, let's say I select June 19th, it will search 3 days back, the day that I want, and 3 days forward. So essentially 7 days total, so that I can see more availability if, for example, that date is not there. And I think that is super nice. So I'm going to go ahead and select the day that I want to fly. I want to go and see the Northern Lights in Finland, and I want to go in around early February. So I'm going to put February 3rd as my date. I'll select done, and then I will select search. Now, for some reason, if there is no availability in that whole week, a little yellow box will pop up saying that there isn't any availability in that week, and you can just try a different day. But in this case, there is availability. And on the Finnair site, they show you the total amount for all passengers. So if you remember from the Finnair award chart, it is 62,500 Avios each way per passenger. So times that by 2 and we'll have 125,000 Avios each way for 2 passengers. So this is what you're going to want to look for when you are searching for flights on Finnair specifically. There will be sometimes that'll show like higher amounts. This could be just like higher pricing on award flights because they do have some dynamic pricing there, but they mostly follow their award chart, or it could just be on a different partner airline or with connections. So search for 125,000 points each way. Once you find the date that you want, you'll select search, and then the results will come up where you can book. Should pop up in just a second. So I don't have enough Avios. It does have this message pop up saying I don't have enough Avios to book, but you can go down and look at the details of the flight here. So the one on the return does have, this is just 2 options, I believe. So you're going to want to search, you're going to want to select the non-stop, not the one with connections, because it'll be much more expensive with much higher fees, as you can see. So select the non-stop, and then once you do, you can go through and check out and add in all the passenger information and pay at the very end. So this is searching on the Finnair site. Now I'm going to hop over to the homepage, and we're going to go through how to start a booking on the chat function. Okay, so I'm going to quickly run you through how to start a chat for booking an award flight on a partner airline. So we're back on the homepage, and in the bottom right hand corner there's this little chat button. So you can hit this, and then you're going to want to hit chat with us. It'll auto-fill in your name, your last name, email address, and it'll ask you if your question is related to an existing booking. If it is, you can hit yes. In my situation, it is no. So I'm going to select no and hit start the chat. And it's going to load for a second, but then it's going to pop up. Okay, so the AI bot, the AI chat assistant enters it. So it's asking how it can help me. So I'm just going to say book an award flight on a partner airline. Now it's going to ask what airline. So I'm going to put LATAM for this example. Okay, and now it's asking to provide a few things. So it's going to transfer me to a human agent, and they want me to provide my name, the flight route that I want to fly, and the specific travel dates. So in order to find these things, you can search on other airline partner websites. So for example, LATAM is also partnered with Virgin Atlantic. You are able to find LATAM availability on the Virgin Atlantic website. You'll just have to run a search for that. And once you find the date, the route, and the flight number you want to fly, I would include all of that information in here, and your name and any other information that the human agent asks for, just to make sure that they have the correct flight before you transfer the Avios to book it. The nice thing is the agent will often stay on the line until your Avio is transferred over, and then you can tell them to book it. But it's important that they confirm the exact flight that you want to fly on before you transfer your points over from whatever bank or what other Avios program that you have Avios in. So I hope this is helpful. If you have any questions, you can leave them in the comment section below, and we are happy to help out with that. I hope this was helpful, and happy booking. If you thought this video was helpful, give it a thumbs up below and subscribe to our channel at Thrifty Traveler on YouTube. If you want to see more deals bookable on Finnair or using Avios in general, subscribe to Thrifty Traveler Premium at thriftytraveler.com/premium. Thanks, and happy booking!